What's going on, y'all? Y'all tuned into Exposure. I'll be the Global Zoe, and I'm with the gang.
Eric Biddines.
And you got your boy Drego, man, right here in the corner.
And right now, we got two special guests with us. We got the one and only, it's really Nadia. CEO and founder of Lipid Now.
Lipid Now Beauty, Drego, the Medelic firm, and I'm working on something else. And I Jarvis' personal assistant.
Oh, look at that, man. You done made it come up. This would be the person I reach out to. Man, all right. That's what's up. That's what's up. And we also got Jarvis in the building. I create vibes.
Yes.
Let's talk about it. Body art.
I create vibes, art design, and epoxy. That means anything artistic, I can design it. And when it comes to refurbishment or anything that you want to upgrade in a home or a business, I pretty much can put the touch on it.
It's all about exposure. You need the exposure. You gotta touch the streets. You need that street credibility. You need that promotion. And that's what exposure provides for the people.
Working million that makes him sign out here at MIA, grinding like I always do. We watching Exposure.
Getting hit in the head with that exposure. You know what it is, them down dogs, Raylo, #1 DJs, #1 promoters for show from Palm Beach. It's exposed. It's wide open now.
Y'all check it out, you know what I'm saying? Keep it locked all over Florida.
And you are watching Exposure.
Art is a real passion. It's more so an expression of mine. I'm able to express a lot through art without being controversial, without being, negating of anybody else. There's no sides when it comes to art. Everybody's connected. Unless you actually make it about a certain situation,
Right.
It's universal. Anybody can fall in love with it. Like, I went to Art Basel 2 years ago. I seen somebody paint or tape a banana to a canvas.
I remember that.
And it sold for like $300,000. So
Now that's crazy.
So art is art. I can't. There's no limit in art.
Dang.
I like that.
He like that. I wish we came up with that. He said he like that. I wish we came up with that. So, I mean, Nadia, a question for you. My first question would be like, how do you manage so many different hustles? Like, that's something I've seen from you. I knew you since high school, but your grind, you keep on growing. You got multiple businesses. And, I mean, it ain't like they're just local. You taking flights. You making it happen.
When I figured out, I tell you, I just learned time management, and I'm very somewhat impulsive. So I feel like God talks to me in certain ways, or I always tell people, God don't put the thought in your mind by accident, no matter what you think about to do. And then I've noticed so much everybody cares what everybody else doing, and right. And it's not negating Palm Beach, because they'll support you, but I want Palm Beach to support me, but I'm like, the world is so much bigger, and the internet does not sleep. So go out there, and I'm going to chase the opportunity. I'm going to put myself in a room. I'm going to position myself, and look, tomorrow ain't promised, so if I can catch me, they could laugh, a $20 fare flight, I'm out of here.
That's what's
so
up.
I can make a 24-hour, 12-hour day trip in a heartbeat. I ain't got to book a hotel, book an Uber, go downtown, eat, drink, go home, go sleep.
Man. So what do you think that hustle come from, though? Like, you think
My
your mama? Oh, Zoe lady.
Yep, living in the projects, living in Pearl City. I say I ain't wanna.
Damn, Pearl City.
Yep.
Boy, that's 15
tears.
Yeah.
Terrible. Not what it is now.
Oh man. No, that is excellent. So what made you start? Let's talk about, I guess, Lipid or Dro's Growth is the first one I knew.
When my mom was passing away, I noticed that.
Rest in peace.
Thank you. A lot of the medications they give us, and I feel like a lot of black people, no disrespect, it's more to break us down for some reason. It hits us harder than I noticed it hit any other races. And she had long, beautiful hair. Her hair kept falling out, and we would spend so much money buying so many different stuff. But then when you read the back of them, it ain't made for them really. And then a lot of those products, especially if you're on medication, you don't know how it clicks with medication opposed to organic or natural born things. So even though she was gone, I wanted to do something that my son is mixed. So that hair was something I wasn't familiar with at all.
Okay.
He was looking like Blue Ivy, no offense, for a long time. I was taking a Blue Ivy joke.
Okay.
Because my son was looking like Blue Ivy for a minute. Then I started playing with stuff and growing his hair and keeping the texture. Lipid Now, because I believe makeup is a beauty enhancer and a confidence booster. I even had a I was argument, disagreement today with this dude, and he was like, "Oh, you have such great skin, you're so pretty." Whoop de whoop. I was like, "Yeah, whatever." But you don't need makeup. You know, some of the women need. I said, no. Some women just use that as enhancement. You can't say what a woman needs just because you don't think she's beautiful doesn't mean somebody else. And a lot of the not so beautiful women are the married women.
Yeah.
So, and the women with all the makeup and everything else. Art. So it's just a booster, and I just wanted to create my own thing, and I did it during the pandemic because the OR when I was working, it wasn't as open because surgery was literally, it had to be emergency. It was no elective surgery during the pandemic at all. So
Gotcha.
it was something to do. I liked it.
Good. That's what's up. No, that's what's up. Jarvis, so what got you into doing man, listen, I respect you on doing the art on the body. Let's talk about that. Like on the woman body. I look at my IG page, the women are beautiful, you know, without a doubt, hands down.
Right.
How does one focus putting diamonds and painting around the groin area, the breast area?
I get this question a lot. I am attracted to women. I love the physicality of
Get
a
them,
woman.
Jarvis.
Anatomy, her beauty,
Yeah.
her skin, all of that stuff. What keeps me focused from all of those particular things that I like to look at is actually the actual work I have to finish. When I'm doing a certain body art or a certain look, I have to complete it in a certain amount of time. I don't have time to sit there and gaze or flirt and do all that extra stuff. I have a job to complete. So that's the kind of, I discipline myself.
Okay.
So that I'm able to focus and complete my task and put business first rather than slacking and doing all of the pleasure stuff that everybody would be.
I have a question. I seen the other day they was trying to bully you and saying that you don't do, I would say, plus size.
Yes.
How do you feel about that? And have they ever reached out to you and then chickened out at the end because of their insecurity? Because I'm pretty sure they want it too.
Right. They definitely do. This is the thing. When it comes to the plus size women, I feel like it's more so of the confidence part on their part for them to step out of their comfort zone and do that, because obviously the more shaped women, the more slimmer or petite women, they don't have as much judgment on their bodies when it comes to,
of course,
you know, the plus size women. But a lot of people do it. A lot of the plus size girls do it. The only thing is I get so much business and, you know, collaborations with the petite women that they overshadow me publicizing the plus size women, because it's not as much plus size women doing it.
Right.
So the plus size women definitely step. They definitely come out, but it's just that at certain times the confidence, we're either, you know, scares them away or shies them away from it. But for the most part, when they have their confidence up, they kill it. They kill it.
That's what's up. And what got you started? What made you say, all right, let me apply the art that I could do on the body?
Number one, I didn't even want to get into this field. A lot of people don't know that. I did not want to do body art. A friend of mine came to me and asked me to do body art because he saw it on social media, I believe. He saw it on social media, and he asked me if I could do it for one of his shoots. I said, first of all, I don't know where to go to get that type of paint, because regular paint is bad for the skin. I like Nadia, I always do my research on products when it comes to the skin and health.
Right.
So the only paint that I was used to working with was painting on the paint that I use on walls. But I did my research, and then I found out what the relationship in the atmosphere was going to be like. I was actually going to see girls semi-nude or fully nude, and then that posed the question to me, like, okay, well, what type of girls am I going to be working with?
Right.
Like, there's always that gray area. Like, if she says one thing or something is off to where she gets or feels uncomfortable, that changes the whole thing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it was just a touchy situation that I didn't want to get involved with. But I did the research. I also looked at different creative platforms like Skin Wars that was airing on TV back in the day.
Okay.
And that gave me a perspective of how I could shape the atmosphere so that it works in the favor of both me and whoever it is that I'm partnering with or doing that work. So that's how I got into it. A friend of mine asked me about it. I did my due diligence, and then after the first couple shoots, it just took off.
I got one question for you. Because the last time I saw you, you were doing music.
Yes.
And he was doing music, yeah. And he was heavy on it. He was heavy on it, and he knew I was heavy on it also. I think you called me to come over there to test out to see your stuff at one point. But you was still drawing when you was doing the music. What's up? What happened to the music?
So what happened with the music was, it came a point where I had to make a decision on what was best when it came to my financial part of my life. So when it comes to doing music, as these musicians in here know, it takes a lot of funding to go inside of doing your projects.
Yeah.
And based off of the job that I was working and the moral support or the financial support I had outside of myself, it wasn't enough to
keep that going,
keep me to where I wanted to go. I had the opportunities. There was one particular situation to where I was invited to go to a open mic night in Atlanta, Georgia, to audition for B.O.B.'s manager, B. Rich, at the Apache Cafe Lounge. I took a young lady up there. They loved it. They just needed music from us, and because we didn't have a catalog to present to them so that they can get a feel,
right?
You know, those particular situations started to fall short.
And you had dreads then, man, at the time, I think. Yeah, he had hair. Yeah, he had a lot of hair then.
Way back, man.
Yeah, we go way back.
Yeah. All of that fell off.
On the body art, when you do the titties, do you touch the titty?
I have to.
You have to.
Certain parts of the body art, I have to. So when it comes
what's your favorite part to do?
My favorite part is the chest or the stomach. Chest or the stomach. The only reason why those are my favorite parts is because those are the flattest parts on the body, and I'll be able to illustrate my pieces or whatever it is that I'm trying to
design.
Is it sensual to you?
I'm done.
It's not.
It would be sensual. It would be sensual to me.
Listen, believe it or not, it's not sensual to me. It's sensual to them.
Yes, I can believe it.
So why are you apart from that? You there?
Women.
He lying.
No, women go off touch.
Yes.
But is he lying? You think he's lying?
No.
If it's sensual to her,
but I've never heard
and he's right there, and he's an artist.
Yeah.
There's painters who get like aroused.
Yeah.
There's poets who get
and
aroused.
That would make a woman uncomfortable.
Exactly.
No.
In that setting.
I wouldn't recommend you to my friends if you was body art me, your PP get on hard in the middle. I'm just gonna be like.
So did you start with jeans or you start with sweats?
But I would assume you know this. If you come in there, you like, or he's a man.
But
he got to
I get
do
what
around
he's
the
saying.
titties
Why
and
the
stuff.
women? Because women are more sensual, and then they like to know if they just turn. They want to know if he's attracted to them, but to them it's like I get to show my body off for free. Well, not for free,
You
just
right up in there, and you.
Yeah, even the preferences of they. I just want to know if they smell.
And like it's detailed. It's looking artistic.
Let's clarify some things first.
Okay.
So when it comes to the preparation before the body art, their private areas are covered. Okay. So the pasty goes over their vaginal area, and then also there's pasties for their areolas if it's necessary. Okay, so they have the option for the areola based on the type of the artwork, but the vaginal area is mandatory. They have to have that covered, all right? So then when it comes to me actually doing the artwork, like Nadia said, women are aroused by touch. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So the paintbrush is actually a very, it's a very soft instrument.
That's why I'm asking this question.
So you're stroking.
Yeah, you pretty much.
Definitely put that in. You would be surprised. Like, I'm a very observant person. When I'm doing artwork, I can tell where certain parts of the body of the woman, of that particular woman, where she's actually turned on. So if I say, for instance, if I take the paintbrush and I stroke it apart on the side of her or on the side of her body, she has a reaction. That reaction shows me, okay, that's the spot that I have to be careful with because she could get.
Can you write a book for us?
My question be,
I can.
Has anyone ever?
I don't know.
He had a post the other day.
He said that. I ain't know that why you might need to write a book.
I can write a book. Listen,
I still want to know if they smell, because everybody in Palm Beach.
I thought about hygiene.
Everybody in Palm Beach smell good.
I'm sure they're their best.
Hygiene is a mandatory must for us. I believe there was one situation, like I can't remember the time or what year, but there was one situation where a young woman came in and in the midst of us getting started, she started to have a foul odor. We shut the entire complete session down.
I'm sorry, ladies. I'm not.
We shut it down. Like the photographer said, listen, I'm sorry, we can't continue. You'll have to rebook.
There's no chance for her to freshen up?
There's no chance. Where is she gonna freshen up?
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it depends on the setting too, right?
Yeah, because like most studios that I've worked in don't have a shower.
Gotcha.
So it's not like they can go in and take a shower and then come back out. And then
got you.
also,
I would have thought I would have thought
Why would you thug it out? For her not to feel the embarrassment, or just for what? What would be the reason?
What?
You don't want her to be
It
embarrassed.
overpowered the studio.
There's no smell on this planet that'll overpower me.
Wow.
Because it's a smell.
I'm in.
have you smelled?
So Ian,
What's the most
I
intense
cannot relate.
smell that you have smelled so far in your lifetime? The most intense smell that you have smelled.
are you
I
breathing?
don't like the way condoms smell. I think that's a
How many
horrible
children do you
smell.
have?
I got 2. Yeah.
10.
2.
Oh.
But I don't.
Outright
That's a horrible. Condoms are a horrible smell to me. But in that, because I seen your body odor post, I don't think we even know what smell good sometimes. You ever been outside a long time?
I think
Somebody
I can
say you
agree.
smell like outside. And you be like, we so used to being in these artificial conditions. A person just coming inside from smelling like nature and grass and dirt. They were like, "Oh, you stink. You smell like outside." So that kind of made me want to be stink.
I'm done.
I went like
I see where you coming from.
I went like a whole week and I didn't take a bath.
Oh, you did one of them.
Yeah,
One of
I did a
those
whole week no bath. I went out in the sun. I let the sweat and the diffuser came in.
Simone coming in.
Yeah.
Saturate.
Oh, B. Simone did that?
She only bathed when she feel like it.
Yeah.
Oh, I could rock with that. But I also wasn't hunching. I wasn't
You didn't
doing
see the
nothing.
TikTok,
So I was
not
like,
to be
I don't have to take a bath.
When the Palm people say they bathe twice a week and they don't wash their legs, you didn't see that one?
No, I didn't
I'ma
see
send you
that.
that
But I
TikTok.
will say this: the more you take a bath, the more your body will try to reproduce those that natural bacteria that we all made of. So it'll try to reproduce that, and then you'll start, especially if your diet ain't good, you really can't do it.
Correct.
So it's kind of like a body cleansing to
Okay.
not take a bath for a while, because then you allow just the natural elements in the
toxins and
sweat,
things in your
especially if
body.
you eat
But
good, you won't even stink. You won't.
So live
That
Okay.
applies to women too?
Yeah, women too. Like
But-
when you go in these indigenous places where they outside all they don't stink, and they have hairy bush, everything. They don't stink. You don't really smell that. because plants and herbs, like everything in the environment, is coming through. That's all they have.
Vegan people not stink?
I've never really smelled the stink person before.
This is intriguing.
That's why I said the whole point. That's why I was like, they should have thugged it out. They scent receptors might have just been used to like Bed Bath and Beyond and Body Works and Victoria, like these beautiful fragrances, and she might have really just been smelling like ovulation.
Oh.
And she had the strong pheromones that this how they get horses get aroused by certain scents and animals and stuff like that. So if we was in our more animalistic state, we all animals. Some people get turned on by natural and intense scent.
Don't like me, babe. I like the bathe.
Boy, to each his
Bays. Where bays come from?
Well, I shower everything.
I've been trying to figure that out for a while where bays came from. I think that's like a South Florida thing. Yeah, bays.
No, country people say bays.
Baze. What is bays?
Wash your ass.
Yeah, where that come from? It ain't in no books.
Maybe it ain't in the slave book.
I mean,
either.
there's a lot of things that we done invented
Yeah.
that ain't in a lot of books.
Yeah, we have our own Bible. Just chill.
We do got
Like
an
find you some business. That's not in the
Yeah, I'm about to say that. Yeah.
trifling. Where did that word come from? And it's in a dictionary now.
Scallywag.
Yeah, porch monkey. Yeah. Some of the rap lyrics, you be like,
Hey,
huh? Like
Yeah,
the
so
stuff
all
my
of us
son
gonna not
listen to-
bathe for a week.
Oh, no.
Nah.
I don't know about that challenge right there.
Nah,
What you say,
We are
Drego?
not
nah, that ain't it, dog. That ain't it. Too much of that is actually not good for you too. Yeah.
Too much not bathing.
Yeah. Bro,
Hey,
you
I'm
grow,
cool.
you grow bumps and stuff on your body, bro. Things start to grow that you don't want there.
I got pretty decent skin.
But how often wouldn't do that? Is that something they
So
do
even if
often,
they work
or is
out,
it
they
just
don't
like?
shower.
I'm just speaking for myself. But I had no motive
I
to
thought you had
shower because
researched
I wasn't hunching. I was at my most single. That's when I really.
Hunching. Where does that word come
Hunching.
from?
That's the clean word for.
Sex.
I try to use the clean words.
Wait, so the clean word for hunching, for sex is hunching?
I think so.
I thought that was dry sex.
No, it still says sex. Oh, dry
People still-
hump.
I don't know.
I think
I
we
thought
use it
sex
for
was
both.
the most
But white people don't say hunching. I've never heard a white person say hunching.
Have they said
You know
intercourse?
what?
They say
They say
intercourse.
intercourse. Yeah, you're right.
Or they
never
say
heard of
blow
white-
job. They say stuff like that.
Hey, get into some of the saucy stuff that you was telling me about. This how y'all what Fat Boy sold me on. He was telling me about
You
that.
like the El Caliente.
But before,
You like
Yeah.
spicy.
Because we wanted to switch it up.
Before, I just one question too though. We talked about the what was the most challenging body part on the woman? Is it the curves?
It's
more curve for you?
The most challenging is the breast.
Not the booty?
Not the
That's
booty.
what I'm thinking. The booty.
No, because the booty is the
Go around
booty
it.
itself is stable. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
It's a firm. It's not moving nowhere. You know what
I've
I'm saying?
seen
That
some that
makes
jiggle
sense.
like Jello.
They look like Jello, but as they're standing there,
They're not moving, yeah.
They're not moving.
Good
Nothing's
point.
moving.
Good point.
Trust them.
So when it comes to the breast, what
The
happens is
expert.
the reason why the breasts are more challenging is because number one, the shape. Okay, obviously you got one bigger breast, one smaller breast.
Yes.
So now when you're trying to do symmetrics on something that's not even, you got to try to make that happen. And then also if they don't sit a certain way, then the image on the top of it may not come out as well.
that's
So you
rough.
have to lift the breast at certain points. You got it's just a lot. The breasts are more complicated.
And what do you usually charge? I've never known how much he charged for this.
So okay, so
I've never heard that his price.
listen, a lot of people, I've given people my prices and they think it's expensive. My prices start at $250.
That's too cheap.
Exactly, but a lot of people say that's too much.
Them hoes
My
is
prices
hoes.
start at
I'm sorry.
my price for body art starts at $250. Now the body art goes by coverage. Okay, so I have the one piece swimsuit. I have the leotard, which basically is if you look at gymnastics.
The Avatar one you did, how much was that?
Avatar
That
was
you did on
$550.
Lily. Now, did you do a Wakanda piece?
I did do a Wakanda piece. I did a Wakanda piece and a Black Panther piece.
And how much was that?
Both of those were $550.
Okay.
Sound
Okay.
bad.
Right.
Yeah, it sounds decent.
So the
Yeah.
250 is like the basic.
$250 is like
You
the
30,
basic.
45 minutes, you in and you out.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Makes sense.
Right. Now, this is the thing. Every other body artist that you go to, say for instance, if you go to Atlanta and you find a body artist, or you go to Vegas or California, whatever the case may be, I know plenty of body artists across the country. Their prices start at $1,000.
Yes, they do.
Ooh.
Yeah, easy. Off the gate.
Their
swinging.
prices start at $1,000. Mine starts at $250. So if you think I'm expensive,
Have you ever been paid to go since you were so cheap? Because even not cheap, I'm sorry, since you were so reasonable.
you can cheap reasonable. I like it both. It's okay.
Right.
When it goes down to your travel, hotel, and transportation, it's still $1,000 at the end of the day.
Correct.
Give or take.
Right. Give or take, depending on where I'm going. Say for instance, if I'm going to California, then you're looking at the ballpark around maybe $1,500.
Yeah, with the flight and hotel.
Right, $1,500 if you're doing just the $250.
Then they really like your art.
Yeah, man. That's what's up. No, that's what's up.
Right.
And to Eric's point, so I noticed we all friends on Facebook here, and it was very interesting.
Hold on, let me plug one real quick.
Okay.
So I was in this relationship, right?
Okay.
And you were the first one that came on my timeline on Facebook. I just want to throw that in there. Just know, every other female got deleted off my Facebook. I didn't know what happened until I went in there. I didn't even know I wasn't following you until them boys said, you know, because I've been following for a long time. Long time.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, why I ain't got him? And then I started thinking, I did have somebody clean up my Facebook. So,
got you.
Yeah.
So that's what that.
The twins came up.
Got
you. And that triggered her.
The Double Dose Twins were the first major name. I would say like social presence that reached out to me to work with.
Y'all know who that is, fellas? No.
Yeah, there was a Haitian Fresh video.
Yeah. You don't know her? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'll show them to you.
Yeah. You won't forget them.
You won't forget them. You're actually probably plugging into one of your buddies.
I like hearing about it.
I just like hearing about the titties.
But yeah, so yeah, that was they were my first like major name clients that I had. So
Gotcha. So I took some screenshots and just wanted to kind of bring them up. And I know it's not easy. Like, I know we speak our minds on Facebook. Like, what's on your mind? But I guess one of the questions is, because I'm always in tune. Y'all make me laugh. Y'all keep it real. Y'all keep it 100. Do y'all think about the backlash before you even hit that post? As you typing this, do you think I need to sensitize it, or it is what it is? I don't care what people think. If you unfollow me,
absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Because I always say, and I'm grown now, so don't take it. What you gonna do?
Right.
Am I worth you going to prison? Because I'm showing up before the janitor show up. Right. If you say they gonna think I work at the courthouse. Is it worth it? And it's social media. It's words. Yeah. Either you have a relatable argument that you can back up, or like they say, keep scrolling. I agree with him all the time. He makes just because he posted something doesn't mean you have to react. I always say the shoe fit, and they lace it up every time and put the shoe on for them. Right. Because there's no way that one person, whenever they say something, triggers you. It's because they speaking to you or somebody around you.
Right.
Maybe like I tell people, be thinking these are actual people. I be in multiple places, listening to multiple conversations. I'm a reader. I watch movies. So some of the questions I ask, they get offended, but my demographic on Facebook is Black and African American women. Yeah. Even though you have 5,000 friends, it's like Facebook triggers your surrounding area. So the people that are going to see my status are the people I see every day.
Understood.
And my demographic within 100 miles.
Understood. Yeah.
But it's like sometimes I be feeling like they're going through that in their lives. And whenever you make it triggers them. And I've learned even when I was working, some people, the only attention they ever get on life is on social media or on certain platforms. Like when I used to work with surgeons, and I used to be like, why are they so mean? And I sat there and talked to a surgeon one day, and he was like, at my house, I'm nothing but a paycheck. Nobody acknowledges me. Damn. I pay all the bills. I come home. Nobody waits up for me. They barely cook me dinner, so this is my chance to get noticed. And so he's such an asshole in the OR because that's the only attention he's getting, period.
And he told you that straight out?
Yeah, he straight up said like his wife barely acknowledges him. He has 4 kids, and he paying for medical school, law school. One is damn near a bum, but they never acknowledge him. His birthday, nobody does nothing special. So his chance to be an asshole is at work and to grab attention. Damn. He inserts himself in every argument because nobody listens to him. Yep. And he spends a lot of his time there because he said they don't even welcome me at home.
You feel the same, Jarvis?
When it comes to, I've never cared about the consequences when it came to that. Okay. Only because I've seen so many people post their opinions and nothing's ever happened. Like again, like what Nadia said, what are you gonna do? Right. And then I've also got the response about my image, about who I am as a person. People who know me for real in real life know what it is.
Yeah, like even when they try to question sexuality, I'm looking at like, if he was, why do you care? Right. Yeah. Does it bother you? Now it goes to make me think, so are you sexually attracted to him? Because the only reason another man should be concerned about another man being gay if you sexually attracted to him. Unless he came on to you. Why do you care? Right. Yeah. So why do you care? He might quote unquote argue with women on Facebook, but they argue with women every day. The women they lay next to, and they barely want. I be feeling like a lot of men are gay. Because think about it. If you just did 5 years in prison, let's say that.
Okay.
The first thing you do is go to the club and hang out with niggas. You should be deep in some pussy. Why are you coming home from prison around niggas? When you just been around niggas for the last 5 years.
Was that the
You
comment?
ain't had enough dick yet?
Was that the comment?
No, that wasn't the comment.
Why would you care? He came on to you. Why would you care?
Right. So I don't, like I said, I never cared about the repercussions.
And they think it make them look cool in front of hoes, and we in the group chat like, I think the nigga gay, cause why he care this nigga gay? This nigga might be gotta hurt the nigga was gay now.
Man.
So it's just like,
damn, it is what it is.
It's too much.
What I've noticed is the reason why I didn't care about the repercussions, obviously, is because number one, I'm secure with myself. Like I said, everybody who really knows me knows me.
Right.
And then the number two thing is I found out how to promote myself in a different light, other than positivity. You get what I'm saying? So I can always post just my artwork and my
No
artwork.
reaction.
And no reaction,
No
right?
reaction.
I think
But as soon as I post something that's controversial, I get all the reactions that I can get. So now when it comes to me posting that, I get the best of both worlds. I've heard this quote one time a long time ago, and I always thought about it. They said, all publicity is good publicity. You get what I'm saying?
I feel like hit dogs be hollering sometimes. Because if it don't apply, let it fly.
Right.
Why do you?
That's
And then,
disappointing to me what you just said though.
Uh-oh.
That reality.
All publicity. Yeah,
It is.
No, that part too, but the fact that his art is amazing.
yeah.
All of us, what we truly do is amazing. But then that get overlooked. But when you say something that's gonna ruffle some feathers, that gonna cause some tension, that's gonna hurt some feelings,
Possibly,
then
right.
all of a sudden,
Everybody come out the woodwork.
Then you got 102 comments.
And a whole bunch of indirect statuses. Not, oh my God, go check out Jarvis' latest artwork. You get 150 indirect posts, and I believe they barely could sleep that night because the shoe fits so good.
Damn.
I'd be like,
oh, it'll stick. You can say something, and I started
and it can be
being
a general
quiet.
statement.
I started being quiet. I ain't even got Facebook. I started being quiet because I started to see the effects of things that people said, like how it truly affected somebody, and just flaring something up. And then I also seen in my own sensitivities to where somebody said exactly what I didn't want to hear. Exactly what I did. I don't know what's wrong with these phones, what they be doing, but I logged on and I seen exactly what the last thing I needed to hear that week.
Right.
And it threw you off a little bit because you're like, all right, I didn't want to hear that, but somebody was moved to share it, and for whatever reason, Instagram,
It's on your newsfeed. It's
right in my
face.
face.
Right.
And then you wonder, I don't think we really even understand what that energy is yet.
But do you
when
think
it
sometimes
connects?
it's alignment, and that's when you should self-reflect? I learned through therapy.
Yeah.
If something triggers me, it has to be something internal, and that's when you have to self-reflect. And I believe in aligning, like you said, out of all the things on Instagram, soon as you open the phone, it was like, boom.
Yeah.
You got to get this reality. You probably needed it in that moment.
That is true. But then it get to a point to we get through the levels of healing.
Yeah.
When you pass something, then you start it. That's when it flipped, and you see the person. It's really a reflection of them.
Yes,
Because now
exactly.
they saying things, and they really telling on themselves. And then now you like, oh, I can't even.
But
really
that's what you
associate
get
with you because of what you still throwing back out there. You not even addressing it.
But then that's how you know in his comments. When they go so hard, they do be telling on themselves. It's no offense if some of y'all already don't even like me. Right. But a lot of the comments, if you read them, you can notice that they're telling on them. Again, the hit dog gon' holler. If it do not apply, why are we writing novels?
Right.
With stories and backstories.
Let's be real about it though, real quick. They see it, bro. Trust me. I think I was talking to Global about it. They see it. They just choose not to say nothing.
Right.
But let's be honest. People of our color love fucking drama. Let's be honest.
Yeah, they feed off of it.
Let's be honest, man. And you can see it You see it, and if you get past it, like you said, you grow past it. Because I have. When I grow past it, you stop liking, you stop commenting, bro, it eventually disappears,
off
bro.
your timeline, exactly.
And then the only way you might see it if someone else is that negative on your friend list is gonna reshare it, then it's gonna come up again.
Yeah.
But I've learned to, of course, get past it. If you let them go, bro, you gonna see it's gonna go away. No joke.
People speaking, telling on themselves.
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
exactly what it is. Yeah,
Like
right.
what you going through that make I could tell you been hurt in some relationships.
That's what that is.
In relationships, because the
Who you talking about, me?
perspective. Yeah, because the
But he
perspective you
asked
speak
general
from.
questions too.
So this is the thing. A lot of people think that some of my posts come directly from me and what I've been through. I'm, like I said before, I'm an observant person. I watch and learn from other people's situations.
Amen. For sure.
I watch and learn from other demographics around me. So when I speak on something or when I comment about something, it's because of something that I've seen and I have a question about it.
Thank you. Like the Carisha and Diddy thing.
Yeah.
He's not 51-year-old Diddy, and nor would I be 28-year-old Carisha. But it's trending topic within our community. So when he voiced his opinion, why are y'all so mad? It's wrong, and I get on both sides of the argument. It's okay for a 28-year-old girl, when Diddy could possibly be her father, to have sex with her, lavish her with good gifts and trips. And it's no discredit. You do what you do, you grown.
Yeah.
But then, if a woman did it, she lost her mind, dumbass bitch, da-da-da. What's different? Oh, city boys. But y'all could be city girls, but they can't be city boys, whether it sound gay or not. But y'all can take money from men. But if a woman wanted to take care of a man, that's her choice, just as it was Diddy's choice. Why are y'all mad?
Didn't Keisha Cole do that?
Thank you. Nobody spoke
of that. Nobody spoke.
It was mute, and a lot of women, they were so triggered because they take care of a man.
Yeah, she had a kid and
The
everything.
50-50 argument will never end in this world. And I'm just be like, if it work in your home,
50-50.
If it work in your home, it's work for you.
Is it really ever 50-50?
Huh?
I mean, that's what I guess that's a good question.
that.
Like, no, I'm just saying,
Oh.
it's different. It's different. It's never always gonna be. Different times.
This is my look on that. It's always gonna change.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a point where the woman gotta put in.
Yes,
100
I
and
agree
0.
with that.
It's gonna be a point where a man gotta put in 100 and she's putting in 0. The dynamic change as you go through life together.
For sure.
But I also feel too, as women, those are conversations y'all should have during the dating stage.
And
Not
always-
we smoked some weed, we went to the club, we had a hookah, we fucked, you liked it, we moved in. Then I'm looking at it. To him, it's like, a dude put on Facebook, I seen, you moved me in. I didn't ask you to move in. So why should I have to pay bills when you moved me in? You never sat down and said, let's go get our own plate and have that conversation. You asked me to come live with you, and I'm like, he got a point. He said we never had a conversation. You kept telling me to bring your stuff in, so you was paying all your bills before I got here. You asked me to come. I didn't ask you to come. Like, if you ask me to marry you, I'm gonna have specific requirements, and these are conversations we're having in the beginning. So nobody's blindsided. So you know what I expect of you, and I tell you, I'm not paying no bills, but I'm saving on the back end. I got back to school, I got vacation. God forbid you come to me and say I'm unhappy at my job. It's fuck with my mental health. I don't accumulate enough money. I say take 3 to 6 months off and find yourself. Then go back or go find something that make you happy. I'ma hold it down.
That's what's up.
But they don't have conversations. Everybody moves so fast.
Right.
And then a man, like the dude said, another dude said, you took me out my mama's house where I wasn't paying bills, I was comfortable. What make you think I'm gonna come pay bills and you got all them kids too? So it's just like, nobody has conversations. So that makes their 50-50 argument so good to them. But I'm like, how many of y'all can really say y'all had a conversation with this man before he moved in your house? The guidelines of what you expect. And like the one dude said, it's different if you broke your lease, I broke my lease. We went and got a place together. Because the dude mine is, if you kick me out, I'm not on the lease. I technically got to go unless you really adamant in doing an eviction process.
For sure.
But if I'm on the lease, you can't say, Eric, I'm not happy anymore. Get out. You going to be like, my name on the lease too. It's 4 bedrooms in here. You take a room, I take a room, them kids stay in their room.
Yeah.
And be done with it until the lease over. Or you buy me out the lease.
No, that's right. I'm with you. That makes sense.
Yeah, like no one communicates. People go off emotion, so I noticed that the sneaky link, and like, when did women get so low?
That's why.
No man can tell. No man or woman will ever make me do that.
It's almost a twins.
No man or woman will ever sneaky link me.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna let you give me that title of like. When did women get so low? When were you comfortable as a woman allowing? Like, I used to understand back in the day, older women say, when I'm not letting the nigga meet my kids. I respect that, but now they meet the kids anyway, but he can't come in until my kids sleep. That's different. But him to fuck you between the hours of 12 and 2, go home, maybe wash his dick and go fuck somebody else, and then you emotional about it, you set the tone. Yep. How can you get mad? You set the tone.
We don't want to get rid of those. Those you ever? We don't want to get rid of them. Yeah, we ain't trying to get rid of those. Now, if you frustrated because of those decisions, yes, you need to check yourself.
Right. Thank you.
Overall, the planet's still liking the sneaky. Nobody. I don't hear nobody complaining.
Yeah, but I get what he's saying too. He's not committed. He's not obligated to help you pay a phone bill. He's not obligated to feed you if you hungry. The agreement was you want some dick, he wants some coochie. We had sex between these hours. I go home, you go to sleep, or another nigga come in. However you want it work. But then it's like, oh, my sneaky link got to get my hair done, huh? Y'all don't even go out in the daytime. Why does he have to get your hair done? Y'all not even going outside in the daytime.
Oh, man. It's lit. Hey, I'm telling you.
It's the conditions.
It's
conditioner for the hair.
You a fool. So like, we made a post about Gabrielle Union, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying nothing about a person who pays all the bills feeling comfortable to cheat, right? Mm-hmm. It wouldn't make it right. It doesn't matter, right? Because that's how she was going on. She was going on feeling like, hey, I was paying all the bills. She went out and stepped out because she's holding it down.
She was the breadwinner.
She held it down. And a lot of men, I put that out there because it was basically like a contrast to the Diddy situation. Yep. Right? He paying all the bills. He spoiling her, doing what he want to do, and he got multiple girls. Everybody says it's not a problem. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to Gabrielle Union, nobody should have a problem or say anything about how she moved when she paid all the bills.
And that's piggybacking off him.
Yeah.
When Carisha posted the New Year's Eve on her on the yacht, everybody assumed it was just Carisha and Diddy on the yacht. Correct. He rented a whole yacht. But the next day, all the baby mamas was on the yacht. All the children were on the yacht. Now everybody like, oh, she played, just a different. No, it was okay yesterday when you thought that she was up one.
Yeah, she was
but
up.
It's bad tomorrow when he got all the collective under one roof.
Exactly. Now, the different dynamic on that is Gabrielle Union was married. Mm-hmm. She was married to that one guy. You get what I'm saying? And she did what she did. So, again, it's a way of she has to hold herself accountable because she chose to marry a guy who made less money than her or less income, and that's the dynamic that they had. Whatever situation where you felt you weren't getting enough pleasure, where you wasn't satisfied, or where you was lacking on your part, you made that decision because you saw that he was not substantial enough to provide that for you.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So she had to take accountability for herself, and also he got to take accountability for himself. And you can't blame her for doing what she did.
But they said he started the cheating first. And he opened the door and she walked right in. So they say he opened, and they admit, I seen a little documentary. He opened the door for the cheating. Mm-hmm. So she like, if this what we doing, this what we doing.
So what is she holding herself accountable for?
No, because if you can't. So this is the thing: you can't blame him for certain situations of you not being satisfied when you chose that person. If I choose a woman.
Unless y'all was not having sex before marriage.
Exactly. Unless you was abstinent and didn't do anything. All of the things. When I'm choosing a woman, I'm basically choosing a woman based off of everything that I know that she can satisfy me with, compatible with me. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So I want to make. First of all, you're not gonna get 100% out of nobody. That's just facts. You're not gonna get 100% out of nobody. Facts. The most you're gonna get is probably 80, 85.
And they taking other stuff to the grocery.
And they taking
67. You being nice.
Throw an odd number out there. 67.
But at the end of the day, that percentage gotta work for you. You get what I'm saying? If I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with you, that percentage gotta work for me. I gotta be comfortable with that. I gotta be conscious. That's for me. I'm choosing that for what it is. Nothing else I'm complete with that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And it goes back to people really don't date. You gotta know a person in their seasons. I even had to take accountability for certain friendships that hurt me because I only seen them in certain seasons. Now you gotta audition to be my friend. I gotta see you when you're broke. I gotta see you when you're rich. I gotta see you when you're going through something. I gotta see you when you're in love. And I always tell people, pay attention to how people's other friends receive you when you come around the friends. If they acting funny, know that motherfucker done talked about you to them people. And them people looking at them crazy like, you just dogged him out. Why is he at the birthday dinner?
Right. What's a friend? What's a friend?
That's
to
a big
you.
question. I don't even know anymore. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. But that's why I said, like, you gotta pay it. Like, some women, when they're in a relationship, they know nobody. Until the dude breaks their heart, all of a sudden, y'all wanna go to brunch. But before brunch, I ain't here for you for 7 months. Yeah. Cause you was in love, in a relationship. Right. But the minute he do this, or you might think I know the woman he's allegedly cheating with. Now you calling my phone. But when you got money, you hanging out with your other friends. But when you ain't got no money, I'm the friend that you want you to take you ride. You want me to take you to school. You telling me your sob story. Like, I tell people, you have to audition people in their season. Yep. You really gonna see who they are.
What's wrong with that?
There's a lot wrong with it.
No, Eric, there's a lot. I've been in that situation.
Yeah.
I bet, like, okay, let's be honest, right? I've been in a situation. Let's be honest. Us men, we don't really take accountability a lot from it. We got a lot of homeboys. Facts. We've been homeboys for a long time, but we don't really know that side. We just got that one homie that's a real homie that we really know him and all that kind of life.
How many times you done been in a club setting and it's one dude that paid for the whole section? He paid for all the bottles. And everybody else pouring it up, handing out drinks, and they ain't contribute nothing. But then when
I ain't gonna lie, I feel good to do that one time. I wish I could just, everything on me.
Now listen, some instances we can do that.
Right.
So what happens when you don't have it and y'all all went out and now they like, oh, you can't drink nothing, Eric, you ain't put it in. So how do you feel then?
Me, I wouldn't do it ever expecting it back.
Exactly.
Facts. That's kind of how us men do it.
That's how we do.
So I
have friends. That's why I say I don't. When people talk about friends in a negative way, I get confused because I end up stop knowing what they mean by a friend when there's a lot of conditions. They ain't even talking about the things I think a friendship is, like the friendship I have with Fat Boy. We never expect anything from each other, so
and I had to learn
never
have
those conversations.
Right.
So when other people talk about what a friend is and they talk what they ain't getting, I'm like, well, what is a friend to you? And it confuses me. So I'm trying to see what the language is evolving. I'm trying to.
And it's a word that's thrown around too loosely.
Oh yeah, friend.
Accountability too.
Yeah, that's facts.
What we holding people accountable?
They're not. I've made so many statuses about accountability, and it's church.
That's right.
So let's get rid of the word.
The word
accountability. We not qualified to speak on Diddy's situation. Technically, I can't say nothing. And I definitely can't say nothing about Gabrielle.
This is the thing. I'm not qualified.
Because you're not in that tax bracket.
You feel?
Because I did worse. And didn't. And I wouldn't use the word accountability. I just immediately forgave myself because of whatever the circumstances was. I think you everybody get forgiveness. You mess up, who cares? Move on. You learn if you ain't keep doing it.
You basically
nobody holding you accountable.
You don't dwell on it. That's basically what
you're saying. I feel bad for the circumstances, but I have to forgive myself and move on. There's no more accounting.
Right.
There's nobody putting a tab. Nobody get that power over you. So if somebody posted they on social media and they feel like it was a problem what you was doing, that's their fault. As long as the people around who was involved straight. Yeah, all my mistakes, me and everybody good.
All right, to go back on the friend thing.
So what am I being accountable for?
Hold on, let me hit you with this though. To go back to the friend thing, right? Let's just say you my homie. I know you when you broke in some parts though, right? But you want to date my sister or a good female friend that I know that she a good girl. But I don't know you that way, so I can't really check you that way and be like, yo, she a good girl, bro. Don't mess it up. Yeah. Like, I don't want to see her doing this. I didn't check you. But now you went over there. So you don't feel accountable for that? You wouldn't feel bad for that? Because you know you put her through some... No?
Everybody mess up.
That's facts too. But you didn't. What I'm saying is you didn't know him that way. That's the saying. That's like how she said. You didn't know him that way.
I stay out of it. Like.
Facts. Of course, that's what I did too. But at the end of the day, now I just damaged. I helped. Yeah, I helped.
So this, I'm gonna put it this way. Okay, how about this? You did what you did. Mm-hmm. You forgave yourself.
Yeah.
Do you get better?
Yeah.
Do you repeat that mistake?
Do you repeat the mistakes that you made?
Yeah, I repeated the mistake until I got caught.
Oh!
That's honest. That's honest.
I repeat the mistake until I got
you know that's how it go. We not telling the truth.
No, I mean,
you said the mistake was the mistake. The mistake was the mistake when you got caught. But you might have did it a few times before you even registered.
Listen, I went into the
because you don't know that you didn't know how bad of a mistake it was.
I was taking public
until you have to deal with some.
I was taking public subs until I got caught.
Yeah. And that's when the mistake happened. That was the mistake.
I was getting away from
mistakes.
Chicken tender.
Listen, mistakes are repetitive.
Mess up, by the way.
When you cheat. When you cheat, you don't say I cheated 3 times because I bust 3 nuts. You cheat after you got caught, after everything was finished. Like, oh, I cheated 1 time, but if you got 3 nuts, how many times you cheated?
1 time.
1 time.
So I messed up. So my mistake was only 1 time. You can't take an accounting of one mistake. The mistake only come when you accept it and you acknowledge. And
I'm gonna keep eating coochie.
It's a yeah. Please keep eating coochie. There's no mistake. Nobody holding you accountable for it.
Hey, you can't lie. He made perfect sense. That was a lot.
That also qualify you to make some of the posts.
Does that apply the other way too? If they just until you catch them, you don't never ask how many times that nigga for.
Yeah. Look,
or would you ask?
No. I'm
What you want to know?
Oh, I did ask that question one time before. I did ask that question.
What the nigga dick big?
Yeah. That was I knew not to never ask that question. Because somebody always bigger than me. Somebody always bigger than me. So it's a very
damn. That's a setup, dog. I would not, bro. I would not.
No, but I'm good enough to where I don't care. I just kind of want to know.
No,
right.
I just kind of want to know, just to know if like. All right.
You want to rate yourself?
Yeah. And now I'm at the point where I'm happy. I got like for my ex. I know she been involved, and I'm not even saying who. I know a person been involved with somebody with a bigger penis than me. Mm-hmm. I am happy for that.
Yeah.
Because it don't matter how big your penis is. If your penis is big, for her to get stretched again, she gotta go get bigger. Yeah. She just have to. That's it. That's just how it
that's automatic.
So, but when you've been on the side of stretching somebody else's walls, and you seen the reaction they got, you like, dang. I want her to get that. I want her to get that too. She can't get. I can't stretch her walls no more because we already. Like we already aligned. For her to get that feeling that I gave somebody else, she gotta go get bigger. You expect that. So that's when you
want the best for her.
Yes. pleasure to
this is
all
exes
degrees.
in general. When we say that's just any ex, like, hey, or we talk a serious relationship.
Yeah, I want everybody to win. I want everybody to win. Everybody to win. Listen. This, and I can speak to you. This is when men are very unfair. We'll do some things and we'll pretend like the woman may not have those same desires. So I'm just being honest with myself over what I experienced and how I enjoy the pleasures of something outside of what I just felt was obligated to me. So when you enjoy those pleasures, and it's just being honest, the experiences are not horrible. Experience is good in life. So you have to be honest to say, oh, I want them to get that too.
Got you.
I want them to get
Not
that
me, bitch. I want everybody after me dog your ass out.
Listen, you eat coochie now, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it applies for men, women, cat, dog.
You had to be curious. You wanted something.
Dog that hoe out. Bitch, if I was hurt, bitch be hurting it.
You
I
probably
hope
got.
the next bitch drag you by your ear. Make you ask for God if you Googling how to heal a broken heart, bitch. I want you to be that type of her. You asking Siri, how do I heal my broken
You want a
heart?
person's soul. You want a person's soul.
Damn.
Okay, you want the soul.
I'm scared of those.
I'm honest.
Yeah, I'm scared of those.
You can't win.
I'm gonna send my baddest bitch to break your heart.
Damn.
We don't want to break no heart.
And take your money.
Okay, that's a good question then. We heard your side. Is that something that you wish you left with your ex that they couldn't get again?
No.
No? From you?
No. If they got the best of me, they got the best of me.
That's what I'm saying.
They ain't gonna find
like
it.
they can't find that no more.
They
Like
ain't
they,
find it.
you
They
gave
ain't
them
find
something
it.
that they
They
can't
ain't
find
find it.
anymore.
A lot of men do. Men, when they love a woman,
Yep.
they set a tone and so
Fuck
high.
Yes.
Every man after that man, they have to compare them until
Yes.
they realize, bitch, I'm settling. Unless another man come and, like you said, done.
Yeah.
Way better.
Correct.
And my standard is high. You got.
You gotta set the tone.
You gotta want them to. You gotta want better for them too.
That's not my obligation.
For the
Right.
If I'm giving you my all and I'm giving you the best, if you choose that that's not enough for
Well,
me,
enough for you, yeah.
or that's not enough for you,
Eric, what I
go
mean,
find yours.
right? What I mean by that, Eric,
I'm not gonna.
you left the sting on them that they can't feel anymore. You know what I'm saying? They can't find that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I'm that nigga.
If I'm not, if you feel like I'm not substantial enough
Correct.
for you, after I done did X, Y, and Z plus 1, 2, 3, 4.
Correct.
Do you?
You gonna think about me the next 10 years?
You knew
Goddamn.
that we all know going into situations that it's a chance that it may not work out, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So why we don't start off also saying in our minds still wishing that person well?
Depending on what they did to you.
It don't matter.
You so nice.
I got a list.
Not a list.
I got a list of every girl I went with, and I pray for all of them.
How long
good
the list?
relationships? It's in the 30s.
That's a long prayer.
Yeah, it's in the 30s. All of them I wasn't in
a relationship.
in a relationship with.
Okay, you just.
But it's what I could remember. What I documented for myself, and then I just
Write a book.
I ain't, but I could. And I just wish good for all of them. Just put that energy out there, because you never know how much your negativity is actually holding people back. And I seen people's thoughts hold people back.
I see where you're going.
Yeah,
with
I
that.
understand.
So this is what I'm saying. I don't wish no ill will.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying I want her to
die
or whatever the case may be. You get what I'm saying?
Correct.
I'm saying is I put my best effort out there. I did my job. You get what I'm saying? If you feel like my job wasn't enough for
I
you,
get what he's saying.
go ahead
And find better.
Find better. If you can find better, good for you.
Yeah, see, that's all I like.
Okay. If you
No,
can, that's
fine.
how I feel. If you can find better, good for you.
And that goes back to what I say. Once you set that tone, and they encounter another man that probably won't even do the fraction of what you did, moving forward, even after that man, they start saying, damn, Eric did this. Or like, I'll give you an example. If you took her car to get oil changed, something she never had to do, you made sure her car was washed, something she never had to do. The night before she went to work, so she wouldn't have to go at the gas station early in the morning if it's cold, and you made sure her car was filled. Even little stuff, we're not talking on the financial aspect, but when she go see another man and she's like, oh, my oil thing and on, and he like, go get an oil change. You go to thinking like, well, damn, whenever I said that to Eric, he'll switch cars with me.
Right.
Yeah.
And my you set a tone, so once after you, whether it wasn't enough for them at that time, they come back and realize that he was saying, damn, I kind of had a good man. He probably didn't have the finances, but he genuinely cared and loved me. That's what he's saying. He's not saying, oh, I want the worst from you. He's just saying, if you think there's something better than me out there, go find it. but don't come back.
Don't come back.
When you
Why
realize
they can't come back?
No, Eric, no, that's done, bro. That's done. That's done.
Everybody could come
So no
back.
second chances.
No,
So we saying no second chances.
Everybody could come back.
Hold up. Question. So have y'all ever just walked away like with no problem? Your exes or something like that?
Yeah. But I'm cool with everybody I ever been with.
So you saying you could connect with them again? You never had a bad broken off. Like all of them wasn't bad. You didn't break off. Like in the bad.
Everybody could come back.
It ain't in bad. Nobody
Yeah,
broke your
I ain't
heart.
saying we're gonna be in a relationship, but they can text, they can call me. If we hunch, I wasn't
You didn't
planning for
initiate
that.
it.
Yeah, I wasn't planning for that. But
you ain't
everybody
turning it down.
I mean, we think.
Yeah, like in the process. I never want to turn it down.
I hate him so much.
So to that point, I want to make sure we clear on that. I remember. So you never had a bad experience with coochie. Like let's talk about it was no bad experiences.
Yeah, it's impossible for coochie to be bad.
Huh?
It's impossible for
Well,
coochie to be
you know what?
bad.
I can't because he say bitches don't have odors. So I don't know.
Like there's they don't have odors. The vagina clean itself out.
Exactly.
So if they eating Chick-fil-A and Chick-fil-A is nice, you still your body just gotta clean it. It just you might call it on a cycle to where the body is just cleaning out whatever the smell is. Horses don't care.
Give me this damn horse.
Because animals get aroused by certain things because they're like, ooh, to an animal the system is working good. Gotcha. So it's a different indication for them. So when you see things like that happen, you see they when they ain't heating certain things like this turn the animal on because they know this is in alignment with nature. Okay. So it's different. We real like synthetic here, but everybody could come back.
I'm not. This is why everybody can't come back from me. Once you leave me and you go out, you change.
You're no longer the same.
You're no longer the same.
Correct.
As you would want them to be.
No, not as I would want them to be. As what I chose before. You get what I'm saying?
What he's saying is because now you require new traumas.
Right.
You gonna spin the block.
It's not even spin the block. Let's say she left him for you, and but let's say you hurt her. Mm-hmm. Now he's gonna have to pay, and he didn't hurt her. She chose to leave.
Right.
But now she wants to come back, and now he has to pay for the hurt you put.
So
how is that fair?
So now that's extra work that I got.
I had to prove. When I proved myself, it just wasn't enough.
That's bad energy,
you.
Eric. She bringing back energy to you, man. You don't need that.
You gotta. Well, I'm gonna say you got to. I've transitioned to be unaffected to that degree by like whatever bad energy is.
Well,
you can still withstand bad energy.
I agree with you because I can't be affected by bad energies either. My energy is my energy. You're not gonna come over here and be all poop face and mad and all that stuff and feel like and your energy ain't gonna come on me. I'm not gonna be mad because you mad. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. My thing is when I'm locked in with you and I provide a certain level of care, comfort, reassurance, provision, all of that stuff, and I set the tone for that, and you go out there and somebody else shows you different, your mindset changes, your reaction towards certain things changes. So now when you come back to me, I have to first heal you from what you encountered out there, and then I gotta set back, and then I gotta put you back on the train.
That don't feel good.
No.
What? You fixing people now?
What?
It's not.
If you're not healing.
Listen, healing people feels good. Yes.
It's still.
But this is the thing. This is the thing. It's draining and it takes away from you.
Only if you don't enjoy it.
No, it's not on your level of spirituality. It's not about enjoying it because listen, you can enjoy it. The only thing is one thing that you got to learn in life: time is precious.
Amen.
Time is precious.
Amen.
If you look around, every day somebody dying. Yeah. Every day somebody is falling short. Yeah. Time is precious. I have no more time to waste.
And it goes back to the argument. I've had conversations with women that go back to what I said. When they sit back and reflect, and let's say in their late 30s, after what we'll quote and say they done got dogged out, they heartbroken, but they realized that one corny dude was the dude that genuinely loved them, genuinely cared about them, wanted the best for them, or probably pick up an extra shift or an extra job just to give them something of the simplest thing that made them happy.
Right.
But they seen the nigga with the dunk or the nigga with the PPP or whatever going on. But then when they go back and that dude done wore them out, God forbid gave them STD, had babies on them, and then they're scrolling through their social medias and they're like, damn, the corny dude that got married. He bought his wife a big house. She doesn't have to work. Why would you think you should be able to have access to him again, even as a friend?
Because you know the finesse.
That's
Like she got sucked into the material things that wasn't real.
She chose that though.
Can I be the bad guy real quick, Eric?
Yeah.
So now she comes back with 1, 2, 3, 4 kids that she didn't have when you knew her.
Thank you.
You were the corny guy, but you was working on your career. She wasn't. She your friend now. Yeah. Now you a side friend.
You had her in shape. Now she
correct.
Obese.
Now she with the other guy, but you still her friend.
Okay, that's bad, Eric. I really go home.
Hey,
go home, Eric.
Listen,
go home, Roger. Go home, Roger.
Y'all get me excited. Like, man, she came back.
She came back.
She came back.
Go home, Roger.
And yeah, man. You listen. You gotta hold it because you're a good guy. You're a good guy.
Her coming back don't excite me because I already know who I am.
And then if I'm married and stuff, why would you feel like it's okay to have access? You don't even respect my marriage.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You don't respect me.
Because now you're on social media, you're not on it, but you're scrolling, and your homegirl say, "Damn, Jarvis." They said Jarvis made $1.7 million last year, but remember he was corny, and you didn't want nobody to know you was dating him. But he was the dude that made sure you had your oil change, bent down, they put your shoes on after the club, took your heels off, rubbed your feet. Those stuff women can say all that shit on social media. They don't appreciate. Most women like money.
Eric, that's the burn I'm talking about.
Is money.
Now she learned her lesson. Go treat the next guy good.
If he moved on, then you
leave him alone.
He gone.
Yeah.
But if he not,
even if I'm single, don't come back.
Come back.
Eric welcomes you back.
Come back for what though, Eric? To start off again, or just to be in your life?
You're not coming back to return to the same thing. Yeah. Obviously, but if you want to talk, if you want to text, my phone is always open. You can hit me up if you need emergency sex. Like a lot of people are emergency sex people. This is a function.
Explain emergency sex.
What's emergency sex?
Boy, y'all playing.
No, it's explain.
I've seen skits, but I don't know.
What's emergency sex?
What's emergency sex?
There's women that's not in relationships, or at the time they, for what healing purposes or whatever the case may be, they don't need a relationship.
But if you healing, why you having sex? Get you a vibrator.
This is
sometimes that works.
I'm a strong believer too, and I feel like I've experienced in my life. When people have sex with you, raw sex, condom sex, whatever energy they was interacting, they bring that back to you. And if I'm on a healing journey, I don't know, and I'm not saying, I don't know if Eric is having current sex with 5 different women. And I don't know who those 5 different women are having sex with. So now when I come get emergency sex, I'm having sex with 15 different spirits.
Yeah.
While I'm on a healing journey. That would throw off your healing. Because I tell women too, you don't never notice after you done had sex or even encounter certain people, it drains you. Yeah. You no longer feel the same. The weight is heavy on you for days is because a bunch of spirits they carrying around them now have entered your home and your presence. Mm-hmm. If I'm on a healing journey, emergency sex.
That's why I say emergency. I ain't saying do it. This is emergency.
Like you
know you about to get a wrong person some coochie.
So you call
Jarvis instead, and you done had some emergency sex calls. Where
I have,
so
they didn't want because I was there basically. So basically, you saying the emergency sex is the safe sex. I'm with this dude. He got me turned on. I want to smack. But I don't want to do it with him. Let me go to this dude.
Let me go to
that
him.
I know I'm comfortable
because she know that dude.
There's some people that say you say I would let my cousins.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna tell you why I won't go back and let that happen. The reason being is because at that particular point, you're using me as a crutch. Now you're using me again. You know what I'm saying?
He like to be used.
You know what I'm saying?
He like to be used.
We crip walking.
You got Eric Country. You are speaking about Eric Country.
Hype, man. You was in the group chat and you was like, man, she done hit me back. I was like, hey, do what you gotta do, man.
You are toxic.
This we assuming they lying and
cheating and all that stuff.
Relationships.
Right. Gotcha.
But for the ones that's available,
single,
we need y'all. We need y'all because there's people that just break down and give the wrong people coochie. So you need some of these people to be scattered.
Buy you a rose, lady. They talk a lot of good stuff about it.
Listen, I'm out of the game.
Hey, hold up. So women get turned on by another man, but use it to go smash another man. They
do that, bro.
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
They will literally go to. They will. Bro, I'm gonna tell you, bro. I've experienced it, bro. They would literally go out with a dude to a fancy restaurant, spend the whole day with him. I've had a girl. I remember
and
one
let
time,
the fuck nigga fuck.
I had a girl. Listen, I had a girl that literally went on a trip 3 days with another dude just to come back and say, "I need it from you." She was with, and he didn't get none the whole trip.
That's beautiful.
Damn. He didn't get none. He didn't get none the whole
But
trip.
if I was in your shoes at that moment, I feel pretty damn good. I ain't gonna lie. That shit have my ego out of here, like,
bro.
The image,
I'm just reading.
read it for the energy.
Yeah,
Not for the
Back in the
just
day,
He is the perfect wingman.
Back in the day, I was on
You be
that.
like, hey,
Now I
come
got-
along, it's 2 bitches, one on fat.
Back in the day, I was on that. But
Take
now
one for the team. You jump the energy,
I'm
friend.
the one winning. I'll be the one winning.
But yeah, that is a thing. Back in the day, I was on that, but now it's a. I just can't give certain people access to me that way. Yeah. Right? I gotta protect what I built.
Yeah.
I gotta protect what I built. So you get what I'm saying? If I let other people continue to use, if they're not putting back in the way they're supposed to, they're no use. They're leeches.
Leeches suck good.
They do. They do. But they also drain you while they sucking.
For the win.
They drain it while they sucking. They drain it while they sucking. They're draining them.
This is an ancient proverb. Yeah. You become empty. You start off empty. This is an empty canvas.
Empty vessel.
Yeah. So your container is of that nature. You already light, you fluent, you formless. There's nothing that can be drained. There's nothing to get but that naked energy.
Not necessarily true. You are filled up, bro.
With what?
You filled up with your self-essence. Everything that makes you is what fills you up. You are you have matter. Do you
No.
Science?
You think
you
this
been in
me?
Science? No, I'm talking about the inside of you. Your spiritual
I'm not even
component.
here right now. Y'all, this right here is a symbol of who I am.
Gotcha.
This is just a symbol. This is the logo of who I am. But who I am is without form. I could do anything with this. Come back. Y'all want to come back? Never come back. Text my phone.
No matter.
This anything can be done with this. This is bound to the earth. I share this with her.
I have to use this vessel, so you can't use it the way I need it.
So you stingy. You ain't
stingy.
You stingy.
I'm
man.
not stingy. I'm smart with the resources.
He said, "Come back."
So where do your resources?
There's gonna be a flock of them. Like, hey, after this episode.
No. All of them. I can say that because I know everybody on their way to greatness within their own situations and stuff like that. So nobody really coming back because I'm pushing the energy for them to not have to come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would be a doctor that want to heal you. You never have to return. It ain't no prescriptions. You permanently and you going on. So I speak arrogantly like that. But my limitations is not just this. So when we talking to this, I don't even know what this doing. Because this is limited. But where I'm at is not here. I'm watching this happen. I'm just watching this
Suck
happen.
them dry,
What else we got?
We got I like the reasons why relationships don't last.
Okay.
I like that there.
Okay.
I got let's start with number 3. It says too many outside influences. Other
Yes,
opinions,
I
ideas take too much of a toll on how people think relationships should be.
I agree. Social media is the worst thing. People say it's the worst thing that could happen to black people. No, it's the worst thing that could happen to people in general.
People in general.
That's the worst thing that could have. There's pros and cons, but I feel like social media damage relationships. And people say you only if you let it. That's not true, because it goes back to say if a woman likes a free-spirited person, but then he's a more strict person, but they're like, oh, I want to experience the free spirit, but to him it's probably just sex. But you in your mind, most people don't create a whole relationship in their mind with people they've never met.
That's
but
scary.
then when you go to Eric and he's just like, this just something we doing. I don't see us getting married, or then now, oh damn, you don't create this relationship, but now you hate him and think he's a bad person. But he showed you I'm free spirited, but you were not liking the conformed relationship. It messes up a lot of people. Watch too much. Now the city girls, I don't never want these generational women raising daughters. I pray my son does not run into their daughter. I'm gonna ask them, who your mama? Because it's gonna let me know how you was raised. A lot of I grew up, and y'all should know, and we island, you never supposed to ask grown-ups for money. Why is little girls asking grown men for money? They hear your mama say, nigga gotta give you money. I was volunteering at my son's in elementary. All right. I was volunteering at the Christmas gift shop. Okay. These little girls have learned to be manipulators. This is, I saw. I paid attention. I'm very observant. The little girl convinced another little girl that was insecure and didn't have a lot of friends. Her parents sent her with like $40. You know they sell a little bullshit at the gift shop. Yeah. She spent $30-something on her friend, and she said, "We still friends, right?"
Damn.
Instead of buying, she had a list for her family. For her family. But she bought all this for a little girl. Then I watched a little boy. You want to hang out with us? Buy me this, buy me this, buy me. People don't understand when you talk around children, they are sponges.
Oh, they sponges for sure.
The music now, like the NLE choppers, and I'm listening to what my NBA young, I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? But our children, even Rod Wave, and I like him, but I do not feel children should be listening to him or Juice WRLD. Correct. It's very depressing. Why are you allowing children to suck in depression? Yeah. Like it's not, social media has damaged the community.
A lot of relationships.
It has damaged people in general.
And it's not just social media. I'm gonna give you an example.
Reality TV has damaged people.
Remember the movie Acrimony with Taraji P. Henson and that guy. If you look at the dynamic of how that relationship panned out, there was a scene where he gave her millions of dollars. He bought the house back and reconciled with her at her job. She went home to her sisters and explained to her sisters, like, bro, look at what I lost from listening to y'all. Ooh. You get what I'm saying? It's outside influences. When you let outside influences shape your reality or what you think reality should be, it takes a toll on what reality actually is in front of you. So now you put, again, that word, expectations on people that's not meant to fulfill that. Right. You get what I'm saying?
And like they say, even like I see it all the time, the women that promote sex and prostitution and taking a nigga money and being single, no relationship, be in relationship.
Exactly.
How y'all taking advice of being single and dogging men out and cheating on men and selling your pussy to women that are in healthy relationships, even if it's a fake healthy relationship online? They live in a house. Like, for example, I think JT is gorgeous. She tell all the time, but she is obsessed with Lil Uzi. Don't let that would suck that nigga toes if he asked. Exactly. Because how he treats her.
Exactly. I'm sure that's what it is.
But then she'll tell you, go fuck that nigga, take his money. Then go fuck his homeboy. Go fuck his daddy. Huh?
And when they broke, leave him alone.
Huh? But not even that. Y'all fucking don't get nothing.
Exactly.
Y'all, I seen bitches fuck niggas off expectations. Of what they hope they can get. In the strip club, I watch women have sex for tips. Oh, if I fuck this nigga, he like my pussy, tomorrow he gonna make it rain. Why would he make it rain tomorrow when he fucked you tonight?
I'm about to say, that logic I don't get.
You fucking off hopes and dreams.
Damn.
Make it make sense.
Well,
women and don't even remember it's just something to do. And they check that bitch off their list.
Yep.
And then the homeboy that probably would have treated you good, he done been like, and that's the whole dog ass nigga. I done fucked him. So now he like,
Yeah.
but then you let any nigga touch you. Anybody get access to you if they got a gold chain and some Jordans.
Grill.
And some Jordans. And then another thing that pisses me off, the niggas giving the money, they don't do nothing with the money.
They don't do nothing with the money. Nothing with the money. They give them the money and they don't.
You go buy wigs, Chanel. Why spend $10,000 on a purse when you don't even own a home?
I was about to say,
bro. It's crazy.
Level up, man.
Why?
What else on that list? What else on that list?
I like number 1 too. People are not together for each other. They're together for beneficial reasons.
I agree.
Exactly.
Money, lifestyle, and I really like the survival.
Mm-hmm.
People in love. Yeah, people are not in love. People are living off survival. I agree. And looking for help.
Yep.
People looking for help. That's why the 50-50 come. They looking for help. And I don't think it's too much wrong too, because it's like, why are you in my life and my life we can't do for each other? But I've heard even women, it's sickening to hear because I grew up around domestic violence. I've heard women that say a nigga could cheat on them, beat the shit out of them, as long as they paying bills.
That's the
and give them a lifestyle. What is the lifestyle?
That's crazy.
What is the lifestyle? And you're teaching your children, as long as we got a roof over our head, he buy me Don Perignon, I got a Chanel purse, he could knock me across my head. That one hit could kill you.
Yep. Damn.
I've seen women, I've watched a lot of older women in my age that said their parents have prostituted them to men for stability. Like allowed the stepfather to rape and have sex, and the mother knows. But if we got a roof over our head, he buy back to school clothes. When was it okay to prostitute your children?
Peace out.
That's crazy.
But in this generation of music, you let your daughters listen to this, and they're teaching them. So I understand how people be so upset at Candace Owen because they don't like the truth.
Yeah.
Hate the truth. That's why they hate me.
When was it bad to cater to someone? When did it become bad to cater to someone who takes care of you? If Eric is paying all the bills, he's making sure you're happy. He's making sure the kids are good. His bills are paid. You don't have any worries. The food. Why is it an issue to cook for him? Why is it an issue to wash his clothes? What's the big deal of getting up at 5 o'clock? And bitch, you don't work. So why is it an issue for you getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and cooking him a fresh breakfast? Why does he have to stop at McDonald's and pollute his body? And you in the house doing absolutely nothing and being well taken care of.
Yeah.
Why does he have to stop by McDonald's every morning when you can get your lazy ass up, cook some breakfast? But then it's like women too, they cater to their children, treat the man like shit, but then expect the man to treat them good. You making your son think, so when your son leaves your house, he think all women supposed to treat him like his mama. But he never seen his mama treat his dad like a man. Make it make sense.
Another one I want to talk about, let's talk about the man, right? You know, and we're strong, right? So it said if he cries in front of you, you're a safe place. Please don't destroy that atmosphere.
I agree.
Most times a hug, a head rub, or a lap to lay on. You know what I mean? And it says the world is where we go to battle. Home should be our safe haven and shelter. Don't create war here.
Right. This is a lot of people don't understand that when you get with a woman, the woman is the multiplier of everything. If you give a woman a seed, she's gonna create kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you give a woman groceries, she's gonna create a meal.
Amen.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? If she
type of
applied
woman.
herself to
And
do
she's
so.
that type of woman.
If she's that type of woman. If you give her finances, she'll multiply that finances by helping you invest the right way, or save the right way, or do whatever it is that you need to do financially.
Right.
So when it comes to that particular woman knowing what she can possess and what she can multiply, when it comes to us needing care, if she knows how to create the atmosphere for us to evolve, outside we're ready for battle. We can battle outside at the job. We know what we focus at on the job. If we on the job and we in the middle of a fight and we got to worry about what's gonna happen at home too.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a war. And I get it. Like I hate seeing. I tell my son it's okay to cry because when y'all shelter those kids, they become grown men who become angry at the world. So everything that they had to hold inside because my daddy say not to cry, that's what girls do. My mama say I see women say, why you crying? You a bitch. He's 7. Why are you telling a 7-year-old that?
Yeah.
So when they grow up and they hold everything, men need therapy more than anybody, but they're afraid to be so vulnerable because their entire lives they were told, men are not allowed to cry. Men don't need therapy. You need to be strong. Do this, do that. I tell my son cry. Even when he gets from around his dad, if I feel like he nutted up because he didn't want his dad to tell him, stop crying. You get that from your mama. When I get in the car, I say, let it out. You can cry all the way home. Because I don't want you to go out into the world and be angry. Because at the end of the day, I can raise you as best as I can. Everybody on Facebook can see I'm a great mom. Yeah. But when you go out and go shoot up a school, guess who they blame?
The parents.
Me. Because I must have did something.
Yeah.
But they don't know that I probably was the best mom, but all the men in his life, he carried anger and hatred. The people in the school was bullying. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be the 100% person that they're going to place the blame on.
She gave an example on the top of the segment about the surgeon that she worked with.
Yeah.
That doesn't get appreciated at home. And now is an asshole.
And then what if he went and cheated on his wife?
You get what I'm saying?
Him, when they went to therapy and he would have explained all that at therapy, his wife wouldn't have heard none of that. All she would have known is he cheated on me. She wouldn't have known that he said, when I come home, you don't even acknowledge me. Right. You don't wait up and ask me how my day is going. Right. You wake up, you already at the gym. On my day off, I ask to spend time with you, but you don't even want to spend time with me. She doesn't hear any of that. All she hears is, and to him, it could really been just a piece of pussy. Or maybe that other woman made him feel good, and then they wonder, she took my man. You should be asking yourself, well, what the fuck did she do that made him give up 20 years? Yep. That made him say, you can have a house. Yep. You can have a car. You can have a kid. I'll give you alimony. It's a documentary. It's a movie. The man tried so hard for his marriage. It's a movie, an old movie back in the early 90s. He fought and fought for the marriage. A woman literally treated him like shit. Yep. To the point, he told her, you can have whatever you want. You can have the beach house. You can have Calabasas. He gave her everything, and that still wasn't enough because her mind said she lost. But the new woman catered to him, asked him how his day was, how was he doing, to the point her own kids started falling in love because she even treated her kids bad because everything was about money. Yep. He said, why are we buying $500 Gucci outfits for 3-year-olds? And they had the money. He's just like, that's worthless spending. Yeah, but the other woman is like, that same $300, let's open up a trust fund. Yep. Once he get exposed to different, they start analyzing and realizing,
what you bring to the table?
This not good no more. And some people, then he threw away 30 years. But the relationship been dead the last 15 years. You just didn't notice. Because you was caught up in you, ma'am.
Facts.
Hold on, Fat Boy, before you go forward. Let's be honest. Once a man cry in front of a female, it's over. Let's be honest.
What you mean it's over?
It's done.
What you mean it's over?
She ain't gonna respect you.
Have
you had a man cry in front of you?
I'm gonna tell you.
Is he still around?
No, but at the end, let me tell you why he cried. He cried because he went back, he got caught. Men know how to manipulate.
Oh, no, not in that kind of form.
It wasn't, I've never experienced that emotional, I've seen men lose their mamas and act like they couldn't cry. But they're gonna cry in front of a group of other niggas. Yeah, okay, I can't fight you with that. Yeah, but when they get caught and they know that them bags packed, and they always say women leave mentally before we leave physically.
Understood.
Once they see, I always would be like, you can go fuck a boy and I wouldn't care. That's how deep it be for me.
This is the thing.
You know I'm going.
When they break down because to them it's like, I lost. She's really leaving. It's not the cry of I love you. It's the cry, Nick. Oh damn, she might be go fucking another nigga. And you might not even you ready to heal. Most women when they leave, they don't leave for another man. They tired. They tired, and they're over it. And some women, a lot of women do. They be like, oh, I hate to see the statuses of when y'all the nigga break up with y'all, then y'all want to go back to school and get a better job because most of her attention
is on you, right?
Yeah. Most of her attention was on you. Yeah. She was so focused on making you happy, she lost herself. She didn't get promotion. She didn't better herself because her thing was, damn it, I gotta make Jarvis happy. This is what I gotta do when you wasn't even happy or I wasn't even the person you wanted to be with.
Right. Yeah.
I know a dude that married a girl because he knew she was safe. She was a church girl and was slinging dick out here from here to Jacksonville and babies from here on back and would not leave this woman. And she wouldn't leave him because she's strictly for the Bible.
Damn.
But he said he married her because he out his mouth said he knew she would never leave him.
And they stood together.
Yeah, to this day. And he has 7 outside children with 4 different women. That means multiple women have, those are his girlfriends.
Yeah.
You've exposed her to AIDS, HIV, everything else. In all those women's spirits.
But to your point, I definitely understand what you're saying when you're saying with once we cry in front of a female, it's over for us. I'm gonna say this: it's certain women you know for a fact you can't cry in front.
Yeah.
And it's certain women you know you can go to.
Yeah.
And they won't.
And it's his
correct.
It's all about one thing about us. We smart. We intelligent when it comes to that. We know where we like. We if you really in tune with yourself, you know in certain places you know where you can't go. Where you know, okay, I got a bad feeling about that spot. I think something gonna go down. I ain't going. I got a bad feeling about this person. I don't want to rock with him like that. We get that vibe. Women call it intuition. We call it. You get what I'm saying? Our second sense. You get what I'm saying? So we know where we can go when it comes to that. The thing about that is, if we cry in front of a certain person and the first thing they say is something negative about it,
you'll never do it again.
You'll never do it again.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And now it breaks your thing. Men too, they say once they did that and a woman treated her like that, they never looked at her the same.
Yep.
Because he trusted you to be his safe place and you were the complete opposite.
And honest truth, the man, no wherever he go, he ain't gonna ever do it again. He broke. He was broke for the rest of his life for that. Just that right there.
Now, that's not. It's not that he won't never do it again. He'll do it, but he'll do it in private.
Correct. No. Correct.
He
Correct.
gonna do it when nobody gonna see it.
Correct.
But he gonna cry.
Correct.
You know
Correct.
So is this a particular environment we speaking about?
Meaning,
because you speaking of the intelligence of man, and she's speaking of the ignorance of man.
In women too.
Yeah, but the examples you gain, the examples.
She made a great point.
I look at the men as lesser in those examples you gave.
Oh,
because some of the stuff she gave, you wouldn't put a woman in the positions.
I wouldn't put a woman in those positions.
So these the men in those situations was putting the woman in a difficult situation. So I see ignorance in this side, and then I see what he's saying this. So I'm like, what's happening is we smart or stupid.
Hey, that's exactly what
it is.
Like it's the wrong.
But listen, we know who's smart and stupid by the actions that they do.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? We know who's ignorant and who's not.
Like you said, you know yourself well enough. You know your vessel. You know your energy. So nobody could come in. A lot of people are not where you are in life. And who knows if they will ever get there. And how long did it take you to become this person?
Let's be honest, Eric. Would you cry to save your relationship and you know she walking out the door?
Would I cry?
Yeah, to save your relationship. Begging her out the door.
No. I would never cry to save a relationship. Because if it's that bad, then
I've already come to terms with it.
Yeah, I'd rather let you go. I'd rather work on like us having a good relationship after that. And I've had enough relationships end immediately before it ends. I'm 5 steps ahead.
Facts.
I'm already from the beginning planting the seed that I'm a cool person forever. I'm your friend. You know when you're a good person that they'll come back as a friend because you always laid it that you never act weird. So these stories y'all giving sound like
how
a
long
foreign
did it
environment.
take you to get to that person you are today?
It had to be another lifetime. I came in different. So I was able to maneuver and not have to experience a lot of the black struggles.
Amen.
So certain things that was happening, either if it was a shootout, I wasn't there. If these stories y'all talking about, I hear them. It sounds like a movie. But I never experienced.
Like the Steve Harvey, the Strawberry Letters. A lot of people put their lives out there for advice. I've been in a lot of groups and they come in anonymous and they write paragraphs as long as this table because that's the only venting. They probably don't feel safe amongst their friends. Their family probably tired of hearing them tell the same story. And then a lot of women say once they start saying shit out loud, you realize you lost your damn mind and you done let too much happen.
So I'm really seeing that whole the vibrations you said and you bring what you attract.
Correct.
It have to be real because if I'm feeling for myself that I started on a vibration that allowed me to maneuver and not be seen in these, and then certain people maybe that's all they attracting or coming across
or exposed.
It could be so simple as just the music.
Yep.
Yes.
Just what you listening to is gonna come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope. I mean, that's right.
Yeah.
And I think about the Rod Wave situation. I see a lot of grown folks say that. Like, I can't listen to this. I'm depressed.
Yeah,
I get
see
sad.
it a lot on my
And I see a lot of I see a lot of grown folks.
We grew up on
say
feel
the
good
same
music.
feedback.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
These kids
but
are
it's
growing up
just-
on
Bro,
emotional.
Even the struggle, bro. Even the struggle music that we had back in the day had some kind of
Message.
message to get you through it.
Right.
I was listening to Nappy Roots all
Right.
my life.
Right.
I've been poor,
Right.
but it really don't
DMX
matter.
Slipping.
Bro,
It's sad, but it lift me up when I listen to
yeah,
Slipping.
Bro,
It make
we
me wanna-
had music back in the day that even though it talked about our struggles, it also gave us hope that it's gonna be better.
Yes. Nowadays
It's like, bro, I just want to do this. You want to do
So
what?
who's responsible to fix that?
We are.
Who's we, like the consumer or just
The consumer,
the artist?
The consumer is responsible. I'm gonna tell you why the consumer is responsible. If the record labels are always pushing this out and we're always supporting it, that's what they're gonna continue to push out.
I think Big Sean said that. Like when he or J. Cole, one of them people said when they started pushing more conscious music, the record labels
Stop doing
funding,
it.
didn't want to hear it.
The only
Was
artist,
ready to release them out of their contract because they felt like it wasn't beneficial to them anymore.
The only artist that I know right now that is still making conscious music and is still getting the push that he's getting is Kendrick Lamar. I haven't heard a J. Cole album coming out or being worked on. He playing basketball. J. Cole playing basketball. He's trying to be a professional basketball player now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who else was inspiration? I don't hear about
B.O.B.
Big Crit. B.O.B. died out a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Even T.I. still trying to get back to the gangster music after he went somewhat, because his last big hit was when Paul Walker died. You get what I'm saying? So it's up to us as the consumers to tell them, look, this is the message we want. Tank was on an interview one time. He said, listen, if you listen to all our music about cheating on each other, having a side piece, da 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 da. He said, I could put on Sam Smith right now. He get the best airwaves.
Yeah.
I could put on what's the other guy name? Adele and I forget his name. He's the London artist, but all of their music. Ed Sheeran. You put on Ed Sheeran. All of their music is publicized. What their music is about?
Yeah.
Love.
Yeah.
Being in happiness.
Right.
Being in together.
Feel good music.
Feel good music. Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
Love. Happiness. But if you look at our R&B artists.
It even goes back to Cardi when she said, whenever she talks about politics, whether she's as educated, they laugh at her. They joke at her. But when she promotes WAP and sex, they flock to her. They interview her. They line her up. They got her for, like, you can't win or lose with her. That's what they want us to put on our children because they don't want our children to grow.
It's up to us.
People say abortion. You know why abortion? They ban abortion because white people are now the minority. It's do your research. More white people are electing not to have children. And if they do have children, they only have one child. And if they do have children, it's of a mixed race. There's not too much 100% pure blood children. They said the study showed white women run to the abortion like this. They run to the clinic fast. The minute they buy Plan Bs at an alarming rate.
Wow.
Yep.
Because they want to now be free, live their life. A lot of people realize children are a lot of work.
It's work. Yeah.
And then we don't have the same grandparents we grew up on. That's why they're doing abortion, because they're trying to stop white people from aborting their kids. White people, affirmative action is now going to be reversed. It's going to work for them because they're becoming the minority. Because they're not having children. We having 5, 6, 7 kids still.
Yeah.
Even with the bad economy, people still pregnant. There's no milk on the shelf, no diapers, but they still get pregnant.
Yep, popping them out. I forgot to add that to the wrong reasons why the relationships don't work is because of children. A lot of people that children dynamic when it comes to taking care of another human is different. It's different. And a lot of people don't know how to put in the work and be consistent with each other and be teammates when it comes to that.
And I got one more. The last one I would end with is you talk about us dudes need to grow up. Stop being cowardly. Be men. If all you want to do is smash or hit, be real about it.
Yeah.
Stop hiding behind the vision of something else that you have no true intentions on providing or manifesting. Man up, be 100.
Yep. I said a lot of women come to me and say, I say nothing about the dudes. I put up a post about the dudes. they're nowhere to be found.
That's crazy.
It's the truth.
I put up I can go and say right now a post about weave, and then I come and say a post about a haircut. Everybody blasting me about the weave. Bro.
Yep, he's 100% right.
But the haircut. We are leaders.
Right.
We were put here first. We were given the assignment first. You get what I'm saying? So we have to exude a certain level of responsibility and accountability in order for women to do what they're supposed to do on their part. You get what I'm saying? Even though they continue to blame us, This is the thing. We hold our men accountable. The only difference is what a lot of women don't see is that the men who are actually doing stuff that they're supposed to do and being leaders are not associated with the guys that they choose that are doing the dirt.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So when they say, "Oh, men don't hold dudes accountable," we do, but we're not associated with the dudes that you choose.
That's true.
And
So
he said too before, excuse you, he said, y'all men want these women to be submissive, but what are y'all giving them a reason to submit for? That
Right.
got crickets.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 women commented.
Yeah.
But he's like, everybody pushed their Kevin Samuels narrative.
Yeah.
But he asked the men, are you leading? Why should a woman be comfortable enough to let her guard down and 100% let you lead the family?
Exactly.
And they couldn't answer that. Because the first response was money. Not mental anguish, not none of it. It was strictly money. Nobody said, I'm going to try to get our family to go to church every Sunday. We're going to do picnics. I'm going to take away the cell phone and the tablet and have our kids read. I'm bringing the money home. That's what I'm doing.
Yep. It was
Who else bringing money home?
Like men have to lead mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. Those are the 5 components that we have to be disciplined enough to set ourselves at a standard.
Felt that, huh? You just woke him up.
I'm that dude.
And I like how we still put financial in there, but we put the financial part on the back end. I still like that.
I put it on the back end because it's easy for people to get money, especially nowadays. It's it's bad ways to get money and it's good ways to get money, but it's always a way to get money.
Right.
But if you don't have the discipline in those other 4 areas, you're gonna mishandle the money.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Everything has a tie.
Yeah.
So if the man is not exuding those, if he's not leading in those particular categories the way he's supposed to, you as a woman, especially, this is the thing that kicks me. Mm-hmm. The women to get up here and say, "Oh, I had an example. My daddy was this. They'll speak so highly of how their father was, but yet they still chose the butthole."
Woo!
How is it that you had a whole perfect example of what a great man should be, and you still messing with Jim, Johnny, Rick, Ron, and all of them are trash dudes?
Don't forget Bob.
But you done had about 4 or 5 kids from these 3 different dudes who are trash, and you had a perfect example as a man from your father. Make it make sense to me. Agreed. You can't come to me with it. You can't tell me about that if that's what your reputation is. And then also now you're tied to those dudes. Mm-hmm. So now you want men to step up. You want the good men to come with all these qualities that you're looking for, that your father set with. But now he gotta navigate all the things that he built with the trash that you still attached to. Right. Because you got kids with trash. You got connections with trash. Your ex still popping up every now and then trying to get you to come out and do the
Your kids don't listen because they say you're not the father.
Yeah,
their fathers are teaching them to be disrespectful. A lot of women don't, and that's why I know they don't like me, because I see both sides of the argument. It's like y'all want so much but give so little. And then the men too, you want so much but give so little. And it
always
nobody has conversation.
Nobody has conversation. And the thing is, I've changed I've never told nobody this, but I've changed the way that I date. I've always changed the way that I dated. From at a certain point after my last relationship, I changed the way that I dated. If you can go right now and ask a woman this. Listen, a man can take you on a date, right? He can take you on a date. He can court you. He picks you up. He pays for everything. He does all the necessary things to make sure you're comfortable. You fed. You ate well. Everything that you require. What is it that you do on a date to accommodate him?
I think I seen that. You're right. I think I seen something like that. They had no words.
Answer. They had no answer other than, my personality.
My pretty face, my looks.
Yeah. I'm not looking for that.
Not enough. The personality not enough.
No.
Huh?
Personality is not
I
enough.
don't date off potential.
Love, potential, all of that stuff is not
I go
enough.
to personality first. If
I think you're gonna need some
Personality,
kind of
personality,
personality
opens the door for you to be comfortable. Personality opens the door
To
for you
have
to
the
be comfortable, to have
conversations.
the conversations that's necessary to have. If it's always an awkward silence or anything like that, when it comes to the certain conversations we need to have, I know for a fact it's gonna go left because you're not comfortable speaking to me already. So when we tackle the tough issues or the tough conversations, now it's an issue.
And it went back to, he said one time, what if I take you to, like a Barnes & Noble, he said, and I treat you to a Starbucks. Oh, that's a cheap date. He wants to talk and actually get to know you.
It's a cheap
What's
date,
the problem?
Can I?
It's a cheap date.
Can I input something? If I just met you, we had a great conversation. I said, hey, can I take you out to get some ice cream? Is that
I'm
corny?
down.
I got turned down, and I was called corny for some ice cream.
Because
And vegan ice cream, $15. I love vegan ice cream. I be like,
What's that? Which Coast Stone we going to?
I'm gonna tell you why you got turned down. Because again, outside influences have registered in their mind to make them see that you have to take them on a certain
and
date.
this, so they can do this the entire day.
They want to post the pictures. It's become
Take a picture of me in front of
everything.
No.
You don't even acknowledge it.
Women don't even. Certain women don't even want to get married. They just want the wedding.
Yep.
They just want the wedding. You with a dude for 10 years. They don't care about everything that you built. They just want the wedding.
They just want the party. That's the. It's a
look
party,
at
right?
me, look at
Right.
me.
I call it a party
the
now.
aesthetics.
It's no longer a wedding. It's a party now.
It's the aesthetics of what
They
people
do be
get.
lit a little bit.
They
do.
do.
But most people be critiquing.
But
I
you
be
don't
seeing
notice,
ladies go to the
we
wedding.
get more baby showers than weddings. I know someone personally that spent $10,000 on a baby shower. That is outrageous.
For what?
For what? Nothing.
Yeah.
Right. I'm
You
not
got baby
saying,
coming.
I can't give too many details like you said
okay,
for a
right.
baby shower. And I asked him, you gonna buy her a ring? He said, for what? He said she better enjoy this. This is close to a marriage as we ever gonna get.
If you show up as the 5 list that Jarvis said, what type of personality that man is that do all those things? That's gonna be a really arrogant.
No. I'm gonna tell you why it's not an arrogant person. One thing that the dynamic is men have egos, women have pride.
Yes.
That's the dynamic.
That's the problem.
So now, when it comes to those 5 things, spirituality and your mental health, those 2 combine for you to be humble. Humility plays a part in that. If you're missing spirituality in your mental, and all you lead with is physicality and your money, you're egotistical. So now your personality is based off that. But if you're humble and you have humility, when it comes to you sitting across somebody with a young lady, all of the other stuff really don't matter. You're showing her what she's supposed to have.
But they would take the rich asshole.
They'll take the rich asshole that
over the nice guy that genuinely wants to love them because he's not so rich.
Yep.
Because he's corny and want to go get ice
Exactly.
But those are the 5 components. Like
Because the women leading off money. Most, like you said earlier, most people aren't leading off love. They're looking for help and stability.
Yeah.
But
well, you gotta might be looking in the wrong.
I've had a girl told me, I've had a woman tell me she would marry me, or if she was gay, I would be her type because of the way I carry myself, my ambition, my work ethic, how I raise my kids, this and that. But I would be boring to her. But she would go get a toxic, and I'm fun as fuck. But for me, for her, it's like, I know that she said specifically, I would never be homeless. The lights won't ever be off. You cook 3-4 times a week for your son. Like, if I was gay, you would be the type of woman, but I also would want, I don't care to go out. If you see me out, it's because I'm supporting somebody. Like, if you invite me to a club, I'll be like, Eric personally invited me. I wouldn't be here outside of Eric, because Eric is my friend. I'm here to support Eric.
Yeah.
Once it's done, I'm gone. I'm not beating down the door Christmas Eve, Christmas night to be in no club. I'm home with my child, relaxing, sleeping, watching Netflix, looking at him sleep. Yeah. But she would leave me home and be all night with her friends and expect me to be okay with that. But I'm boring. But then she would cheat on me too with somebody who she think is fun.
Most likely.
But I'll be upset if I leave and take all my qualities with me and my home. Right. And if I say, you don't want to leave, I don't mind paying $187 to evict you. Yep. But let's go back to what they're saying. A lot of women lead by money. They will put up with a lot. They always, I'd rather cry on a Rolls Royce than a Toyota. Can that Rolls Royce drive you to the clinic when you got to get them pills for AIDS and HIV because it was so happy? There's no cure for that. No money in the world can cure it.
It is a cure.
Well, yeah, it's a cure.
But can they afford it?
It's always been the cure.
And what do you think they're going to do? They're going to be at the Chanel store above to going to Brazil to cure themselves. They'll be in California.
Where these girls at y'all speak of?
Man,
they're around. You just shelter, baby.
You on a different level. You out the way.
They can't reach
you out the way. Stay out the way.
They can't reach you. They can't
Stay
reach
out
you.
the way.
I've only seen them because of what I had to do with a profession, working with certain people that I'm working
And
with.
I just sit back and listen in the hair salon, in the nail salon. You can read their statuses. That's why I say you're not reachable to them, so you wouldn't encounter them. You don't have social media. You rarely go out, and you're in your own little world, in your own shell. If they could reach you, you would come back and say, dang. Or if you even gave them that type of access to tell you them type of stories, you'd be like, this happened to you?
Because in my world, they don't care about money. Because I'm broke.
Lucky.
I'm so broke.
Listen,
and they
in your world, they don't care about you. They don't care about the money because of the vibe.
Or you could have good dick.
It's alright. I know it ain't the best. I know it ain't the best.
Hey, and listen, we got Jarvis.
But they always say, women say they'll always let that nigga with the good dick fuck, even though he ain't shit and he broke. But you've seen it on your timeline. They be like, the nigga ain't got no money. He broke. He live with his mama, but damn, that nigga got some good dick.
Listen.
That's a trap. And also, it's the smart dudes, they got good sex, be giving out mediocre sex because they know they don't want to.
They don't want no attachment.
They don't want that attachment.
No attachment.
Because y'all act crazy.
Y'all act crazy. And they don't bring them to my house either.
I hope they never.
We going to the hotel or your place because
John's gonna put the paintbrush across your belly.
When I cut it off,
on the side. That's what she. That's what she going.
Yeah. You gotta make a diagram. The sensitive spots.
Yeah.
Hey, and I want to make sure y'all give out y'all handles. Nadia, how can the people get with you with the Lip It Now Beauty, Dro's Growth?
OMG, really Nadia, and all my handles are in my Instagram. Yeah, I get y'all together on Instagram a lot. I have slowed down because I don't have the energy to argue with grown men. But that's why I am OMG, really Nadia on Instagram. I don't have the energy.
Congratulations on your engagement.
Thank you.
Yes, definitely.
And jumping out of plane.
Yes,
you are my super.
Y'all want to come?
No.
I might be there.
I'm going next month.
I will watch.
It's the best adrenaline rush ever.
I can't.
What got you to do it?
I've been wanting to do it since I was 18, and I used to always put it in 5 Groupons and everybody chickened out. And I remember when I first started dating my fiance, I mentioned to her, and I did mention to her. Then I mentioned to her a year later, and that was one of my wedding gifts. I couldn't even sleep the night. It was like Christmas to me. I was so happy. Like if I show you the pictures of men, I've never seen nobody so happy to jump out of a plane in my life, and I've been doing it 22 years.
Brave, man.
I
watched the whole
feet.
video, and I can't do it, man.
I want to do 22 feet next.
I want to do it.
I did 11 feet. I want to do 22 feet.
I want to do it. I might be there.
I'll be there next month.
I'm in a transitional
I'm trying to
stage
convince
of
my
life,
son.
but
He don't want to do it. I'm trying to convince my son to do it.
I'm in a transitional stage in my life. But
and your handle?
Yeah, what's your handle?
My handle is on Instagram. I create vibes. It's not the letter I. It's EYE. Create vibes because.
And he would soon, because he forgets to tell people, he will be having one-on-one bookings for art.
Yes.
Painting.
Yes.
And epoxy. You'll be able to do one-on-one bookings with him, and he could teach you, and it ain't free. Consultations aren't free neither, because all that free talking, we're not doing that in 2023. And Eric, stop playing with me.
period, right? We got everything but the period.
But yeah, so I create vibes on Instagram. Jarvis J Bob Evans on Facebook. That Facebook page will be coming down real soon once.
Or he gonna make it private.
My assistant.
Figures out a way.
Figures out a way for me to do things.
Because it's linked to your personal page. But the way Facebook does it, you can't just have the business page.
Correct.
It has to be linked to something.
Okay.
So I'm thinking of having him make a page where it's private and it's just him, and then delete that one. Because you can have multiple pages running one page.
Right.
Oh, okay.
He just makes them an administrator, so they'll be able to do everything on his business page.
Yep.
Got you.
Twitter is I Create Vibes as well. EYE Create Vibes, and then TikTok is Savage Jarvis.
Y'all like TikTok?
No.
As a musician, I gotta be active on there somewhat, but I ain't doing no dancing. So I'm creating content.
You gotta dance.
What's that?
The Zoe Shuffle.
No, ain't no Zoe Shuffle. Y'all ain't getting no Zoe Shuffle. That's for sure. No, ain't no Zoe Shuffle.
Hey, ready, get up and do it, man.
Ain't no Zoe Shuffle. But like Jarvis, keep doing what you're doing, man. I seen your growth, man. I see the grind. Keep doing what you're doing, Nadia. Amazing talent. So many hustles. I salute it. I just want to make sure y'all get y'all flowers today to know we appreciate y'all.
And I'm branding my son next.
Create that YouTube channel, and we
fiction.
definitely gonna have y'all back because I had an amazing time.
And I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Listen, Eric knows I've been a follower of his music forever.
What was the group he was in back in the day?
And Two
Slabs. 2 Slabs on my
Shout out to 2 Slabs.
That be my shit.
Let's throw it out.
2 Slabs, and then my boy, the Global Zoe. I connected with you when it came to music too.
Yes, sir.
Your grind and your hustle, you was just on you was already commercial.
For real,
you had everything about you,
Thank you.
Your whole presentation, everything was just commercial.
And you're a good dad.
And
thank you.
Definitely.
I appreciate
that. And then my bro in the listen, bro.
I heard Eric's a good dad too.
It's been a long time since I've seen you.
I
appreciate
12 years, yeah.
I appreciate you, bro. You
proud.
took me way back. Dreads in my hair, bro. I'm bald now, bro.
And y'all still can't reach Eric, ladies.
Yeah, he hard.
Tarnish that one.
Yeah. I'm in the cut.
Yeah.
You can't circle. You can't come back.
You can't double back. We're not gonna let you tarnish that.
Oh no, you're welcome, brother. You're welcome.
Opening up the platform for me to be.
And bring us
Anytime.
back.
Oh, definitely. Trust. We locked
I'm
in.
gonna bring my sister with Yolanda Wilson. I'm gonna have them bring her back because she gonna get y'all ladies and y'all fellas together.
Oh yeah.
Go get on her page. Yolanda
I need to. Yeah, I want to be here when she here because she unfriended me on Facebook.
Oh, that's good. It's happening.
Miss Yolanda.
Y'all tuned into Exposure. Y'all stay tuned.
It's more than just a podcast. It's exposure.